Welcome to IELTS mock test. My name is Abhishek and I'll be your examiner. Before we get started, may I know your full name?
My name is Shreenivasalu.
And what should I call you?
You can call me Srinivas.
Okay, Srinivas, we'll be starting with your speaking test of IELTS. It will be having multiple rounds. I'll be giving you instructions for each. Starting off your first round. In your first round, I'll be asking you a few questions related to you and some in general. The objective is to understand you better. So, for your first questions, what are your hobbies?
Well, my hobbies are to read books and to listen to music. Mostly it will be reading books since I can improve my vocabulary and my knowledge in the English language. So the only thing I do in my free time is play sports and read books.
Do you like art?
I do like art because the work behind the art is it's very good and the method of expressing my emotions and my feelings into a piece of paper or a canvas, the mixture of colors into the canvas and the final result of my art could be understood by the eyes of the beholder, which is very fascinating to me. That's the primary reason why I like art.
What's your source of inspiration in life?
My source of inspiration would be my dad, because my dad he works hard all the time and he almost forgets that he has his own life, and then he just works hard and does whatever it's required for the family and mostly for the children, which is me. It's of course me. And then yeah, he's my only inspiration.
Tell me about the geography of your hometown.
Well, my hometown is Bangalore. Bangalore is a metropolitan city, and there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people living in Bangalore, and it's mostly polluted all of the time. But compared to other cities, other major cities like New Delhi and Kolkata, Bangalore is better to live. It's a better place to live, and in Bangalore there are a lot of restaurants and cafes and parks, museums. There are a lot of tourist attractive places in Bangalore. Should be very loving to visit.
In what way do you want to contribute to society?
Well, my contribution to the society would be in the technological field, as now I'm an uh, I'm an engineering graduate, so I would be sacrificing my time and my energy for the development of the society in the technological field by developing new things which have not been created or not been established in the real world yet, which should reduce the human effort, not to a great extent but to a little extent, which would be which would be helpful for the longer run.
All right, that finishes your first round of speaking. Moving on to your second round, you'll be given a scenario. You'll be given 1 minute to prepare. You can use the help of the pen and the paper to write down your points. At the end of the minute, you have to present. And your scenario is tell me your experience that you encounter the night before the exam. And your 1 minute starts now. So, Srinivas, your 1 minute time has elapsed. You can start presenting now.
The night before the exam, most of the as you know, I'm a student, and most of the students often get panic attacks or get nervous during the night before the exam. As I've been very lucky since I've not experienced any of these things such as nervousness, panic attacks, and other stuff, which I am not familiar with. And the other thing is that the night before the exam, you should be very confident and should be very confident about what you've studied so far, and should not go to greater extents in learning more than what you've already learned. And uh, and sleep is one of the most important thing. If you don't have a proper sleep before the night, of course you'll sleep in the class while you're writing the test. You will sleep during the test, which is a very unfortunate thing to happen. And if you don't have proper sleep, it's a very bad thing for your health as well. So what I would say is that for the night of the exam, I'm very calm and I'm calm and composed with my composure intact.
Okay, we'll be moving on to your final round. In this round, I'll be asking you a few questions based on the responses of your initial rounds. How do you manage exam pressure?
I do manage my exam pressure by mostly by sleeping because during my sleep time I forget about all the things, and when I wake up I'll be refreshed, and that's how I overcome my exam pressure and study everything once again.
Okay, how will you contribute to the ecosystem?
Ecosystem, since it's seen everywhere that there are no trees and plants across the environment, I was just planting trees would be helpful, and each house should have each house should plant a tree so that it would help the environment to get more oxygen, and the pollution will reduce down.
Moving on to your last question. What do you desire from the life?
Like most people, what I desire from this life is happiness. I just want to be happy at the end of my life, and I don't want to have any regrets at the end of the time.
Very well. That completes our IELTS speaking test.